Just got back from a networking event in the city. It was a great event. It was right on the water. Beautiful, beautiful venue. And I had this wonderful feeling walking into the event. It was a big event, probably 300 people. It's an annual event put on by a law firm that I had been invited to before and had skipped. And I'm glad I went today. And I walked into the event and I had this feeling of like looking forward to meeting people. And I noticed how I felt when I walked into the event, because I'm used to walking into those types of events and being nervous and being scared, like, oh man, I hope I find somebody that I know, or I hope somebody wants to talk to me. And how am I going to fill the next hour and a half or whatever? And I had the opposite feeling. I had this feeling of like, almost like coming home. Like, yeah, this is where I belong. And then like immediately I saw somebody I knew, went over, and also like just the way that I connected with people. Like I would be in a conversation and somebody else that I knew would be walking by, and I would just kind of tap them on the shoulder, just give them a friendly tap. And yeah, just like to acknowledge, hey, I see you. We know each other. It just felt so good. It felt like, kind of like the way I always wanted to feel in those parties, like I belong here. I don't know, kind of like being in a fraternity or something where you're like a popular dude or something like that. I don't know. But just like, you know, feeling good among people. I had 3 beers, and in the past, alcohol has taken me out of the game as far as like I kind of draw in. But tonight, that was not the case. Like, I was lucid. I was talking to people. I was loose. I was just relaxed. It felt great. It felt great. Yeah, just, had long conversations, talked to some really interesting people, made good connections. Just was like in a groove the entire time. And it was cool because as soon as I walked in, I ran into people that I knew, like boom, right off the bat. That was such a nice thing. Yeah, just like, it was a super feeling. It might have been the most enjoyable evening, like, of networking that I've had since I moved to the Bay Area, maybe that I've ever had. That was a really wonderful evening. It was great to be in the city. And I knew where the site was. It was right on the water, and there's parking near the location. And initially I was going to park in one of those lots that's essentially like across the street. But then I decided to park where I always park, where I go in the city, which is further, deeper into the financial district, basically like near Chinatown. And which was a longer walk. It's like a 20-minute walk from that parking garage to where the party was. But I intentionally parked there because I wanted to walk through the city. I wanted to, like, it was a sunny day. It was pretty. I wanted to spend more time in the city. And I wanted to see all the streets that I would see on that walk. And I'm glad I did it. And then it was nice because on the way back, I got to have a conversation with this attorney that I met at the end of the party, and he and I walked back together, and he was walking back to his office, which was back in the direction of my car. So he and I spent like 15 minutes just talking on this walk back. And if I had parked where I was initially going to park, I wouldn't have, had that whole walk with him. So, yeah, it just worked out well. It was great. It was just a wonderful evening that was very enjoyable, good food, um, you know, and yeah, it's like, wow. It's kind of like I've made it type of evening. Yeah, just felt really good.